our top story, Malacañang assures that President Aquino will finish his term in 2016. This despite calls that he stepped down from office in the face of the bloody Mama Sapano incident. According to Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valte, majority of the Filipino people continue to support the Aquino administration. More of this from Rocky Ignacio.
Malacañang is unfazed by resignation calls on President Aquino following the Mama Sapano incident. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valte says the government sees no indication that the resignation calls are supported by the majority of Filipinos.
Some of them have made these calls years ago, and as I mentioned earlier, it has not borne fruit favorably for them. Perhaps at this juncture, only the people can tell if they will back these groups. But thus far, there is no indication, at least at this point, that they are supported by the majority.
Malacañang is confident that the criticism against the president is not gaining ground. Valte says although the executive respects some opinions of discontent, the president will continue doing his mandate.
For one, we do not share the same perception that it is gaining ground. The president is no stranger to calls for resignation. In the course of his more or less 5 years that he has been in office, we have seen these sporadic calls from different groups, and they always have not resulted in a situation that would please them, or at least it has not resulted favorably for them.
Malacañang also downplays reports that the palace is now studying an exit plan for the president. Valte says the report is fictitious and that the president will finish his term in June 2016.
The president will step down on June 30, 2016. I can tell you that. Any reports or stories of any other exit plan apart from that are fictitious.
Meanwhile, Malacañang recognizes the decision of some of the sub-families to make their own stories in public about their meeting with the president and respects other families who have chosen to keep it private.
I understand that some of the families have chosen to make their discussions public. On our end, out of respect to the families who have chosen to keep quiet, we will also not divulge the details of the president's private conversations with the rest of the families. But suffice to say that the families themselves had an opportunity and took advantage of the opportunity to ask the president directly their pressing questions that they have on their minds.
For the People's Television, Rocky Ignacio.